All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual college fair, the SACAC, Southern Association for College Admission Counseling. I'm going to go over a few housekeeping items here. And the first one is, if you need to ask any questions, just make sure you use your Q&A button to type your questions to the presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off. Excuse me, your camera and microphone are off, and the presenter will be the only one speaking at that time. If you need to use those questions, go ahead and do that. And then for recording, that will be available within about a week on our site, so you can always make sure you go back and check on that. We're going to get started with the first institution, and that is Cardiff University.
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and I'm an international officer at Cardiff University in Wales in the UK. So my role involves supporting students from the US, so I'm your first point of contact if you have any questions about the university. So I'm going to start with a bit of an overview of Cardiff University. So we're a traditional UK institution established in 1883. And we're one of the largest UK universities, so we have around 33,000 students. And then within that, about 8,500 are international students from about 130 different countries. So it's a really diverse university. We have a huge range of courses available, so over 300 different degree programmes within our 24 academic schools. And we're particularly well known for our research. So we are 5th in the UK for research excellence, and we're a member of the UK's Russell Group. So this is the 24 research-led kind of universities that are known for their research quality. So this means that you're being taught by academics who are really cutting-edge, industry-leading experts. And we're highly ranked both within the UK and internationally, so currently 159th in the world. So just to give you a kind of few key points about what it means to be a student at the university in Cardiff. So one thing that I wanted to mention at the very beginning, just because I'm the first university presenting, is that in the UK, in England, Wales and Northern Ireland, degrees are generally 3 years in length. So this is because you go straight into your chosen subject at the time of your application and you specialise from the very beginning of your course. So we don't do general education. So if you know what you want to study, it's a really good option because it means kind of fast tracking yourself into that chosen subject and potentially into your career. So at Cardiff University, we have a really wide range of support services available. We have a dedicated international student support team. We have a great careers service. We have a counselling service, a money advice service. And because we're a large university, we've got exceptional facilities as well. So 16 libraries to choose from. So you can study in a different place every day, a really wide range of IT suites and 24-hour study facilities. And most importantly, Cardiff Students' Union is rated 3rd in the UK. So the Students' Union is something that's going to be really important to you outside of your studies. And ours is consistently ranked really highly. And this is where you go to join clubs, societies, sports teams. It's kind of the beating heart of the university, and it's where you'll spend your social life outside of your academics. We also guarantee accommodation for every year of your degree, so you can choose to live in the university accommodation for as long as you want. You may be aware that rooms in the UK tend to be single occupancy, so you'd always have your own room, and about 70% of our accommodations en suite as well. We also have the opportunity for every student to study a language, no matter what they're studying for their degree. So this is something called Languages for All and gives you the option to study a language every single semester for free. We have great graduate prospects at Cardiff as well. So 95% of our graduates enter further studies or employment shortly after graduating. And we have a range of international scholarships, and we also accept FAFSA loans. So if you are thinking of applying for student loans, you can still use those if you come to Cardiff. So as I mentioned, our degrees are typically 3 years in length, but it is possible to make them longer and build in that kind of flexibility through doing something like a year in industry or professional placement year, which is kind of like a paid internship for a year. We also have integrated master's programs, study abroad options, and some of those you can do things like work experience and study abroad within the 3 years as well. But it's just to kind of make you aware of the flexibility that's available to you in terms of how you structure your degree. So one of the best things about Cardiff is our location. So we are right in the heart of Cardiff, which is the capital of Wales. And it is a really great city to live in as a student because everything you need is on your doorstep. So as you can see on the little map there, we are the little red dot. We're about 2 hours west of London. We're quite a compact, small city. So our population's about 350,000, but we are very diverse. So there's 94 languages spoken just within Cardiff. We have a very kind of friendly, safe environment. About 20% of the population are students because there are 3 universities in the area. We've got great restaurants, music, sports venues, so everything you'd expect from a modern European capital city, but on a small scale. We're also a very safe city, and we're one of the most affordable student cities in the UK. So you get everything a capital city has to offer, but on a budget. On top of that, we're a really green city. So we have a huge range of parks and gardens, including Butte Park, which is the picture here. And you can see Cardiff Castle kind of poking over the trees there. This is right next to the university and it is a huge part of the city centre. But we are also a stone's throw from beautiful beaches, national parks. And we have lots of great shopping as well. We're well connected for the rest of the UK and we're often used as a filming location. So it's not out of the question that you'll see a celebrity running about even in the university. And I'm just going to end on a few facts about Wales, as I think sometimes we go a bit under the radar when people think about the UK. So we're particularly well known for our natural beauty. So a lot of the country is either a national park or an area of outstanding natural beauty. But we also have a huge number of castles. So we have 600 castles in Wales, which is more castles per square mile than any other country in Europe. And 20% of our population speak Welsh, which is Europe's oldest living language. Don't worry, you can absolutely get by without speaking Welsh. Everyone speaks English, but it is something that really separates us in terms of our culture. And it's something that you'll know as soon as you cross the border into Wales. So I think that's it in a nutshell. Feel free to email me with any questions or obviously ask me in the Q&A now. I'd be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cardiff University. And I just want to give a special thank you as well to the sponsor of this event, which is the Cambridge Assessment International Education. So we're going to move on to University of Essex.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Emma, and I am a representative at the University of Essex. So in keeping with this 6x6 format, I have put together the 6 best things about Essex. So first off is our location. So Essex has 3 campuses located all in Essex, in Colchester, Southend and Loughton. Colchester is the largest of our 3 campuses. They're all located within really easy reach of London, less than 1 hour of London, and also really close to some international airports as well, which is a gateway to the rest of Europe. Where we're located, particularly Colchester, for me, it's a perfect distance from London. We're close enough if you want to get into the city, but we're far enough away so you're not paying London prices, and you can really you can notice the difference in the air when you're a little bit further outside London. But yeah, really close distance. So if you want to get into the city, it's easily accessible. Colchester is the UK's oldest recorded town, so there's some really beautiful Roman architecture around the town. And in the UK, we're not really known for how great our weather is, but in Essex we do have some of the UK's best weather. And one of the great things about the location, you can see where we're located, the 3 dots there, just on the southeast of the UK. We're close to the coast, we're surrounded by some really beautiful countryside, and we're close to the city as well. So there's a good mix of everything. Next is academic teaching. So in 2018, we were awarded University of the Year. That was something we were incredibly proud of. We felt that we were really recognised for putting students at the centre of everything. And we are rated gold in the Teaching Excellence Framework. We are also a research intensive university, and we're recognised for the quality of our research. We are a university that's really well known for our social sciences. So if you're interested in politics, international relations, sociology, criminology, these are subjects we're consistently really well ranked for. We have an interdisciplinary approach to our teaching as well. So as students have the opportunity to pick different modules or different classes from different departments and really shape their degree to their interests. And we have a wide range of subjects, which I definitely don't have time to go into, but there's a link just at the bottom of that page if you want to explore the subjects that we offer. We have 3 faculties. There's a Science and Health, Social Sciences, and a Faculty of Humanities as well. So next, a little bit about student life. We've got over 160 different sports clubs and societies. Some of those range from the more traditional sports clubs and departmental clubs, cultural societies. We have all sorts of musical and art societies as well. There's something for everyone, and I always encourage students, whichever university you go to sign up to as many different societies as you think you might be interested in, particularly in the first few weeks that you enroll at university. We offer guaranteed on-campus accommodation, so you get to live on campus as well, and we are ranked 7th in the UK for spend on services as well. So we're pumping money back into the university so the students can enjoy facilities. A couple of examples are our brand new STEM centre, and we have a brand new sports arena as well. So students can enjoy the facilities that are on our campus too. Next, number 4 is cost effective. So Rachel just previously touched on this. Our degrees in the UK are 3 years in length. So already that's 1 year's worth of fees that you have to pay for. Our fees are really competitive in the UK too. They do vary from course to course and institution to institution, but they are generally really competitive. We offer some really great scholarships as well. So at Essex, we've got an America's Regional Scholarship, which is £3,000 towards your tuition. We also offer a number of sports scholarships too, for particularly talented athletes. And we've got an IB Excellence Scholarship too. As Rachel mentioned as well, we are also FAFSA accredited, so you can borrow money from the US government and use that to fund your studies in the UK. A little bit about employability. So lots of our degrees offer the opportunity to do a placement year. So if you're wanting to study a subject that's, or if you're particularly career orientated, then a placement year might be a really good opportunity because it's great to get that experience, industry experience whilst you're still at university. 91% of our undergraduate students are in employment or continuing with further studies once they've graduated. So that's a really high percentage of students that have either got a job or they've decided to do a master's once they've graduated. Lots of our, in fact, all of our courses have employability modules built into your undergraduate degree. So you're encouraged to really think about your career aspirations and set goals as part of your undergraduate degree. We offer skills and CV workshops too. There's networking and career opportunities, career events as well. And some of our departments offer very specific networking opportunities too. And we offer an opportunity for you to learn a language alongside your degree. It's completely for free, and yeah, an opportunity to learn one of 7 languages. Lastly, I think I've got a few seconds to talk about my favourite point, the fact that Essex is such a global international university. We're 4th in the UK for international outlook. It's not just our students, it's our staff as well, and we offer a really international curriculum. Almost 40% of our students are from outside the UK, so you'll get to study and live and work with people from all over the world. And there's a wide range of cultural activities and societies on campus too. And these are my contact details. So please get in contact if you have any questions at all. I'll be really delighted to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, University of Essex. And next we are going to move on to the ESCP Business School.
Thank you, Julian. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. So I am Sarah. I'm the recruitment executive for the Bachelor in Management program at ESCP Business School. So a few words about ESCP. It's known to be the world's first business school, and it was created in Paris in 1819. So that's more than 200 years ago now. And since then we have grown and we are now a cross-border multi-campus institution. So what does that mean? It means that we have multiple campuses across Europe, as you can see on the map, but we are still one university, one institution. We are also nationally and internationally accredited. Some quick facts about ESCP. As I said, we are the first business school in the world with the full portfolio from the bachelor program to master's, MBA, PhDs and executive education. So you can do your full education at ESCP if you want to. We have 6 urban campuses in Europe, 140 partnerships with big renowned institutions in Europe and the rest of the world. We train more than 5,000 managers and executives each year. We have 7,000 students, more than 7,000 students across our 6 campuses, and they represent 120 nationalities. As you can see, it's really multicultural. So if you're interested in that aspect, then ESP might be a good choice for you. And not only because of the students, but also our professors who are research active professors, and they also represent 30 different nationalities. And the most important fact on this slide is that we have 65,000 active alumni in more than 150 different countries. So most of these have really high positions in big companies, or they own their own businesses. They are often invited to career fairs by the career services. They also organize conferences and talks, and there is always a way for our students to network with this alumni. So it's a great way of already having, you know, a foot in the professional world for the students. Oops, sorry. So about this program, what's really unique about the Bachelor in Management program is that it allows students to go to 3 different places during the 3 years of the program. So you get to pick 3 of our campuses where you can spend your studies. It also allows students to empower themselves through the multiple disciplines, and also to experience the business world firsthand through projects, business simulation games, and I'm sorry, I'm really tired. It's really late for me. Through internships. Oh my God, I found my word at last. Okay, so about the campuses. You have the choice to go to London or Paris in year 1, and that's all in English. We also have a partner university in Beijing. For year 2, the options are Paris, Madrid or Turin. If you want to do the track in English, then you can go to Turin in Italy. You also have the choice to go to Madrid and Paris, but you have to have some language skills. So we ask for a B1 level in Spanish or French in those campuses. And finally, the final year is in Berlin, where the classes are also taught in English, but you have an option to take classes in German if you want to. And Paris in year 3 is full French, so you have to have a high level of French for that. A bit about the academic approach. So it is a business school. The pedagogy is to combine theory and practice. So this is why students are divided in seminar groups where they can work together in team. There is a lot of multinational teamwork. As I said, we have students coming from everywhere in the world. They work on practical real life cases, and also they have business simulation games in classes. And there is a lot of interaction between professors and the students. It is an interdisciplinary approach, so it combines classic management topics, but also liberal arts, humanities, and languages. And there is also a lot of personal development that is done through the classes. So students get to develop their written competencies, their presentation techniques, and their rhetorical skills. And there is also collective projects. So this is really to trigger your sense of initiative, your creativity, and your entrepreneurial spirit. In fact, we also have incubators, which is called Blue Factory at ESCP. And, you know, after the studies, some of our students decided to launch their own company and their own startup, and Blue Factory helped them in the process. And yeah, a lot of professional experience through internships and the connections we have to the corporate world. So for the class of 2023, for the bachelor program only, we have 55 countries represented. So that is a lot of people coming from a lot of different places. So if this is something that you like, and you like this atmosphere of being, you know, in a vibrant international school, then yeah, consider maybe this bachelor program. And what can you do after you graduate? So you have two main options. One is to start an international professional career. You can do that just after you finish this program. And the other option is to go ahead with a master's degree. So these are some of the companies where our students are now working. I'm sure you can recognize some big names like Bank of America, Bloomberg, Visa, the group LVMH if you want to work in luxury, for example. And here are some master's universities where our students did their master's degree. So I'm really trying to wrap up quite quickly. You can apply through different platforms. As you can see, we are available on the Common App as well, or we also have a direct application platform. First is to apply online, and second is the personal interview. And we have an ongoing application process, so we accept application throughout the whole year. And this is me. So if you have any questions, send me an email or yeah, put just your question in the Q&A.
Thank you, Sarah, from ESCP Business School. For students, I just want to give you a quick reminder to use your Q&A to make sure that you're asking questions of the universities throughout the entire session, not only when they're just speaking, but you can do it throughout the entire session. So we're going to move on to the SOAS, University of London.
Thank you, and I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough of SOAS, University of London. So in terms of why you might want to consider studying at SOAS, University of London, we're located in the heart of London. We're a global top 50 university for arts and humanities. We have globally renowned academics who have world-class research and are practitioners in the field. We have world-class facilities, small class sizes. We're very flexible and interdisciplinary, and we have a very diverse and international student population. In terms of our rankings, as I say, we're ranked in the global top 50 for arts and humanities. We have 6 subjects in the UK top 10. We're ranked 5th in the UK for student staff ratio, and we're ranked 3rd in the world for peace, justice, and strong institutions. In terms of our subject areas, we're ranked 6th for development studies in the world, 13th for anthropology in the world, 18th for politics in the world, and then 19th in the UK for law, and 1st in London for business and management. In terms of our facilities, we actually are quite a small campus, so we have 4 main buildings, but within this we also have the Paul Webley wing, which is the newest of all of our buildings. This has state-of-the-art lecture theatres. It also houses our student hub, our careers zone, our student wellbeing support, our students' union, and formal and informal study spaces. We also have the Brunei Gallery, which has changing exhibitions from around the world. We also have a rooftop Japanese garden, which you can see there. And then the main benefit of our university in terms of our facilities would be our National Research Library. So we're one of only 5 universities in the UK to have a National Research Library. It is the largest library in Europe for East Asia and one of the largest libraries in Europe specialising in the Middle East and Central Asia. In terms of our subject areas, as you will see, we're a specialist institution that offers the social sciences and the humanities, and we also have regional focuses. So we look at Africa, the Middle East, South Asia, Southeast Asia, and East Asia. And what we also look at is tackling global challenges of our time from the perspective of the most disadvantaged. So we're really a university that focuses on things like social change, and we're a university of activists. In terms of our languages, we also encourage students to take language all the way through their programme, and you can take up to 2 language classes per year if you want to. And we're also known for teaching the non-traditional languages. So if you do want to do the modern languages like French, Spanish, Italian, German, you can do those with us, but you can also explore a range of different languages with us. In terms of our entry requirements, we have a range of entry requirements, and we do look at all international qualifications. And in terms of our tuition fees, I've put them there in terms of US dollars, but if you were to combine your living costs and also your international fees, you'd be looking roughly at about 40,000 per year based on a 3-year programme, and that's everything all included there for you. In terms of our student accommodation, we do guarantee it for the first year, and you can stay in halls for the duration of your studies. We have some of the cheapest accommodation in London. So it does range quite a lot, from about 130 per week to about 300, depending on what kind of size room you'd like. And then in terms of numbers, as I said, we're very, very diverse. So we have students from 135 different countries with us. We're 6,300 students on campus. We have another 4,000 students who are distance learners. We're 54% international and EU students and 46% UK. And we're also 51% undergraduates and 49% postgraduate. In terms of London life, because that is one of the benefits of being at SOAS, is that you're an easy reach of everything. There are over 300 languages spoken in London, and most of them will be spoken at the SOAS campus. There are over 17,000 music performances that take place over 300 different venues, obviously not at the moment, but hopefully to return back to that when we can. There are 350,000 students in London. There are over 250 different festivals that are held in London, and there's 170 different museums and galleries. And actually we're located in what we call Museum Mile. So just within a mile of our campus, you'll actually be able to visit 12 different galleries and museums, and that doesn't count the one that we have on our campus itself. So that's pretty much it. I took you through a whistle-stop tour, so sorry if it was a little bit quick there for you, but here's all my contact details should you need them.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate that. SOAS University of London. And again, just want to continue to remind students, if you have any questions whatsoever, go ahead and put those in the Q&A. And you can do that throughout the entire session. We're going to move on to our next school, University of East Anglia.
Okay, thank you. So hi, my name is Graham Wise. I'm an international officer at the University of East Anglia. As you can see in the image here, this is our campus, UEA. So UEA, as we're better known, is a campus-based university. We're home to around just over 16,000 students, of which about 4,000 are international students. So like with every university you've heard here today, and we're very multicultural and a very diverse university. We have students from over 100 different countries at UEA, so it creates a very welcoming feel to international students. So just to highlight some of our key achievements here, I'm not going to go into detail about all of these because any university can give good rankings of the kind of the areas that they're strongest in. But just to highlight quickly to you here, UEA is ranked in the top 25 in the UK and the top 200 in the world, just to kind of give an overall figure for us. And the one ranking that I do like to highlight is the Teaching Excellence Framework, and we were ranked gold in the Teaching Excellence Framework 2017 to 2021, just to highlight the kind of quality of teaching at UEA. So here is our university. So as I mentioned earlier, we're a campus-based university. So all of our facilities are located on this one site, including our accommodation. And we have accommodation located all the way through our campus. It's guaranteed for international students in the first year of study. And prices at UEA's campus accommodation ranges from around £70 per week up to around £100–150 for the more high-end accommodation. And we do also have accommodation slightly off campus as well. So for students who don't want to live right in the heart of campus, there is an option for them as well. Just to highlight a few key areas of our campus. So we have a sports park, a really fantastic facility, £30 million sports park. So lots of indoor and outdoor sports that students can take part in. We have a very active student union at UEA, so located in the centre of our campus, where we have a live music venue. It's also the home of our clubs and societies as well. And as you see, it's a very green campus as well. So there's lots of great beautiful green spaces for students to explore and to walk around during their time studying at UEA. So where we're located is in the city of Norwich in the east of the UK. So for a bit of reference point, we're about just under 2 hours to London by train. Norwich is it's a really beautiful city. I mean, I would say that I'm from Norwich, so I'm incredibly biased, but it is, if you ever got the chance to visit it. We're a coastal city as well, so we're about 40 minutes to the closest beach, and with lots of beautiful countryside, as you probably saw in the image of our campus earlier. But there's lots to see and do in Norwich as well, and we have great entertainment. We have theatres, we have lots of live music taking place in the city, and it's a great shopping city as well, which is obviously important for students. But most importantly for students is that it's a safe city. Norwich is often ranked one of the safest cities in the UK because it is so welcoming, and it's such, you know, a very, very homely place for international students. Okay, and one other facility I'd like to highlight to students is the Sainsbury Centre for Visual Arts. So it's an art gallery located on our campus, which is quite a rare thing, for not many universities have one of these located right in their campus, but we do. And yeah, it's a great facility for students to explore and to visit. But one of the main reasons I think it's really exciting is because it's actually the headquarters of the Avengers. So just to highlight something a little bit different about UEA, we are the home of the Avengers headquarters, and they've been here filming on our campus once before, so hopefully they'll do that again. I think it's quite a cool thing to say that maybe you studied at the university where the Avengers learned all their skills. So maybe some like less interesting stuff now, but in terms of requirements at UEA, so again, we look quite broadly in terms of what we look for in terms of entry requirements. We do standard requirements, obviously we set IBs, we set A-levels. In terms of AP exams, we look for 3 to 5 AP exams. Anyone who is interested in applying, obviously it will be done via UCAS, where you'll have to write a personal statement. If you have any questions about applying, obviously I'll have shared my details at the end if you were interested in doing that. So just to quickly highlight our undergraduate degrees, very similar to most of the degrees at all of the UK universities, they'll be 3 years in length. The only way they'll be longer is if you selected a subject like medicine or pharmacy, where it kind of extends it longer, or if you did a year abroad, taking it to 4 years. Our courses follow an interdisciplinary approach, meaning that they're very flexible, and you'll have the opportunity to study from a wide variety of modules throughout your program. Usually the first year being a common year, the second and third year you then have a bit more freedom and flexibility to choose the areas that you want to specialise in within your subject. And they're very cost effective at UEA, so prices range from around £17,000 to around £21,000 per year. And the way they're taught, we have a very much a blended learning approach. So there'll be a mixture of lectures, seminars, kind of workshops, all of those kind of things. And you'll be taught about 20 hours per week of contact time, and the rest of the time will be for independent study. And we usually recommend about 18 hours of independent study. At UEA specifically, we're best known for literature and creative writing, international development and environmental sciences, but we do have a real wide variety of other programs, and we're strong obviously in all areas. So a few extra things for you now. So we do have scholarships for students from the US. We have a guaranteed scholarship, and we also have an application-based scholarship ranging from £4,000 to £8,000 per year of study, depending on your application. As I mentioned, the accommodation costs earlier. Just to highlight the social life, I think at UEA, it's a really key part of the university. We have over 200 different clubs and societies that students can join, including our live music venue as well, which I think is a great thing to mention. But yeah, that's pretty much all for me. So if you had any questions, obviously feel free to send a message in the chat, or you can email me. My contact details are here. But yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Graham from University of East Anglia. Yeah, just want to keep those questions coming in the Q&A throughout the whole session. We're down to our last but not least school, University of East London.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Caitlin Banania, and I am the Americas Recruitment Officer here at the University of East London, and I'm going to discuss studying at UEL and some of the differences between studying in London versus studying in the US. So before I talk about studying in London, I just want to talk about London first. So this quote says, "When a man is tired of London, he is tired of life." And I really think that this quote captures the beauty and the essence that is London. I think my favorite thing about London is the fact that you never know what's waiting for you right around the corner. It's an extremely diverse city. It's full of surprises and excitement. And I've been living in London for 3 years now, and not once have I ever grown tired of the city. So this is a photo of our Docklands campus. We've got 3 campuses, all in East London, but the Docklands campus is our main campus. As you can see, we're located right on the river. We are one of the few London universities that has on-campus accommodation, so our students get to wake up to that gorgeous view. We've also got a tube station right on campus, which makes traveling London super easy. We're very well connected to the rest of the city, and our campus is probably one of the best places in London to watch the sunset. So like I said, we've got 3 campuses in East London. The university's roots can be traced back to 1892 when West Ham Technical Institute was established, and we gained university status in 1992. We've got 17,000 students, 20% of which are international students, and we've got a wide variety of subjects spread across 6 schools. So education, business and law, health, sport and biosciences, art and creative industries, architecture and computing, as well as psychology. So just to give you a quick kind of glance at the differences between studying at the University of East London versus studying in the US, it's free to apply to UEL, so you literally have nothing to lose, whereas in the US, normal application fees typically range between $45 to $50. We also have rolling admission, which means we aim to send your decision to you within 2 to 4 weeks, although it can take a bit longer during busy time periods. And the deadline to apply is the end of July. In the US, there typically isn't rolling admission in colleges, and you usually have to apply before the deadline, which is usually in December. One of the biggest reasons why I chose to study in London is the fact that degrees here are only 3 years long compared to 4 in the US. So not only are you saving time, but you are also saving quite a bit of money as well. So tuition fees for the first year are just $18,500 US. Textbooks are free, so all of your textbooks will be made available to you in the library or electronically, whereas in the US, tuition starts at around $30,000 US and can go up to about 40,000 or more, and textbooks are not included. So that makes tuition for your entire degree just $55,500 US. Whereas in the US, the cost of your degree will start at about $100,000 US, and it only goes up from there. So just to compare accommodation, I think one of my favorite things about living on campus was the fact that all of the rooms are private and en suite, meaning everyone gets their own private room and private bathroom. So I only had to share my kitchen, and I shared between 3 and 5 other students at a time. Accommodation starts at $8,000 per year, and meal plans are not compulsory. Because you've got a kitchen, you are more than welcome to cook your own meals. Whereas in the US, you've got a shared room, shared bathroom, kitchens are not included. Prices start at about $9,000 per year, and meal plans are also an additional required fee. So if you've got any questions at all, feel free to get in touch. My email is americas@uvel.ac.uk. If you've got any questions at all or want to set up a FaceTime or Skype call, I'm always more than happy to do that. And I am going to hand things back over to my colleague, Julian. Thank you so much, Julian.
Thank you, Caitlin. And just to wrap up, we are going to, so I'm going to do kind of like a rapid fire round. I'm going to pose one question, and this is going to be that question right here. And we're going to start at the top with Cardiff and go down the line. Just a quick answer of give an interesting or fun fact about your school.
That's a tough one. We have 2 Nobel Prize winners who have worked with us.
And we'll just keep it moving down the line. University.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Gave me an extra second to think of something. The first thing that came to my mind is we have a campus cat that lives on campus. So he's kind of like our mascot. Everyone adores this cat. But yeah, we have a campus cat called Pebbles.
I think it's my turn now, isn't it? Well, I think one interesting fact, as I said in presentation, but I think it's really cool and interesting, is that we have 6 campuses in Europe, so you get to study in different places during your program.
Okay, I think next is myself. Maybe one of the more fun facts about our campus is that we do have a Hare Krishna man who comes and actually sets up on campus and gives out food, and it's a great way to meet people. You'll meet everybody, from every single student, from every single program, to the academic staff, to the people who work in the cafe. So they're clearly not serving anybody in the cafe because everyone's out eating the food from the Hare Krishna man, but it's just a really nice way to come together and to meet other students on campus, and it's quite fun. And people actually just take Tupperware into university with them, and then basically stand outside, obviously not in the winter, and just all talk to each other whilst they're having their lunch.
So fun fact here, I kind of regret playing my Avengers card in my presentation now. So I'd say one fun fact about UEA. Well, we actually ranked as Heritage Centre. We had the Queen visited a few years ago, opening a exhibition of Fijian life and art. So yeah, that was pretty cool. We had the Queen on campus, and yeah, it was a crazy day and lots of people everywhere. So yeah, Avengers, but also the Queen as well. So I don't know which one's more important, who knows?
One fun fact about UEL, I know this one because I studied psychology at UEL, but we are ranked first in the UK for the impact of our psychological research, beating Oxford and Cambridge.
All right, thank you so much to our representatives here from every college that we had on. Appreciate you. To everybody else, I am going to just kind of close up shop with just thanking you so much for joining us today at the fair. Just a quick survey is going to pop up once you close this window. A 4-question survey will appear. And then just make sure, if you want to go and check those recordings as well, it'll be on the same page that you registered within about a week. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of the evening.